Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samini, but you can call me Samidi as always. Please do call me Samidi. I know my name is too long, so Samidi will be fine. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video, and I think this video is a video that is actually current, as in it's from this week. Because the past two videos they were recorded, I think, in August and September, and things have not been great in terms of like me recording and me giving you guys content. I am okay, I am fine, I am just busy with work. So work has been hectic, and work has really been hectic, so that is why I have not been recording. And yeah, but I'm trying. I am really trying to give you as much content as possible. So today guys, I am doing a story time. So to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you guys for everything that you do, for the comments, for the likes, and those that share, for the sharing. Like, I am so like grateful to you guys for all that you do, even the subscribers that have joined. Thank you so much guys. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And to those that have not subscribed and are wondering who's this Han Sana, yes, hi, my name is Samgese. Please do subscribe, and I promise you will not regret subscribing to this channel. Okay, to grow the family. Let's grow the family together, and I'm so excited for the family that is growing. All right, there's no place I'd rather be than here with you. That's all I need. There's no one I'd rather see close to me. That's all I need. If I could stay, then I will stay here forever. If you're meant to. Guys, as you've seen by the title of this video, I am doing a story time of how I was mistreated and the toxicity that happens in the workspace. All right, so I have my phone here, so if you see me look down, it's because because the story is too long and I don't want this video to be too long, so I just wrote things down so that I'm able to guide myself. Hopefully I'm not going to look down quite often, but I just wanted to use it as my guide so that I guide myself. So a young lady, she leaves her home, she lives her province, which is KZN. She leaves her province, which is KZN. She leaves Pietermaritzburg, because I was saying Pietermaritzburg at that time. And then she's like, I'm going for my dreams. I'm going for my dreams in Pretoria. All right. So I leave. So if you're from this country, if you are from South Africa, you'd know that by we I mean like Zulu people are known as people that don't like to learn other people's languages. I beg to differ, because okay, maybe we do have that level of yeah, or maybe not wanting to learn, or yeah, learn other people's languages. But understand guys, like for an example, I grew up in KZN, went to school, primary school in KZN, high school in KZN, did my varsity in KZN. So where else was I supposed to learn other languages? You know, I know we would watch things like Mubango and would see like subtitles and stuff like that, but like it's not as easy as being in a space and maybe learning the language. So I'm coming to Pretoria, and as you know, it's Tswane, so the main language is Tswana. However, there are a lot of people, like different people from different walks of life that speaks different languages. So getting here and being here was really a challenge, guys, because I had to learn to mingle. And because again, generally I'm not a person that I think I struggle a bit in new environments, because I'm not as bubbly or as forward as people think. I always say, and people always say I'm like I'm not an extrovert, not at all. I think I am, like, I don't know, I'm shy. Maybe no one use big words, like I'm shy and I don't warm up too quickly to people, and not because ngiyazitshela, it's just my character. I don't know. I think I'm afraid of disappointment, so I always want to be safe. So I then landed in Pretoria, coming to work here, and I'm like, okay, so what now? So it's fine. I get there, everyone is there, and they have their own groups. There's this group of people that speaks this language. There's this group of people that speaks Zulu and Xhosa. So it was divided like that. It's not a lie. It was divided like that. But also, even those that were speaking the language that I could relate to, those who were speaking Zulu, Xhosa, and Tswana, they were a group. But also, I was not fitting because, yeah, they have their own standard. Yeah, well, Mina, I'd never considered myself as someone with high class or something like that. Even they were okay people, but I mean, they classified themselves as who they are at that time. So, and coming in, I was like, so I was always like, I was just always sitting in my desk and just minding my own business, because really I didn't have friends. I know with work we are not there for friends. We're there to work, but still it's nice to have someone that you can converse with, right? But I didn't have that. But I was cool with it because I know myself and I know who I am. But then I get to report to this, guys. Oh, this story is just so my manager, my line manager, was a lady. I think she was 30, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't know that she never liked Nguni people. I only understood this later on, because I was like, what's her problem with me? So I was the only Nguni lady that was reporting her. So it was the three of us. There was a vendor guy, a Tswana lady, and then it was me, who was young also. But on top of that, I am, not even I am Zulu, and apparently she disliked Nguni people, and because of that I was mistreated. If I tell you the mistreatment that I received from that lady, my confidence went coming from, I was reporting. So I worked in KZN for about a year after school. I was about a year. I was reporting to this Indian lady, and she was brilliant. I learned so much from her. Yo, God bless that woman. Unfortunately, she is no more. But like, whenever I think of my career and whenever I think of when I started, she really contributed so much into the work and how I viewed myself at that time. I then decided, no, I want to go to Pretoria. Pretoria, and then I got to I got to a place where I was even doubting myself. I didn't know what was required from me. My work would come back red, guys. Like, my submissions would come back red, and she would be like, "What is this?" So, understandably, guys, Mina, I don't mind being corrected. I really don't mind being corrected, but it's how you correct me. I don't like this thing of saying, "What is this? What do you mean, what is this?" You need to give constructive criticism or constructive correction so that I'm able to do the work. So if you're gonna be like, "What is this?" I'm thinking, Nami, like, what really is, it's that. And also the thing of saying rephrase. So I have a problem with that, not because I don't want to rephrase things, but it's because you can't just say that, because when I did it and when I was reading, it made sense. So I think what a person can say is, I'm not understanding this, can you please rephrase it to or what were you trying to say? Because we're working together here, we're not enemies. You are my line manager, we are in the line, so make sure that you say to me, okay, what were you trying to say here? And then if I tell you okay, now I see, why can't you rephrase it to say? Okay, and I can do that gladly. I didn't have a problem doing that. But no, Gail would just be like, what is this? And she would have, guys, you have no idea how hectic. Like, my things would come back red, and she would keep sending them back forward. And if you're working where I'm working, we're highly regulated. We work with time, so there's no time for this back and forth. There really isn't any time for this back and forth, especially when it's not necessary, when it really isn't necessary. And you know how she would boast about especially the boy. She'll be like, yeah, no, this guy, his work is perfect. Yeah, she used to talk like this. Yeah, this guy's work is perfect, and this and that and this. And I was like, I didn't understand. Like, honestly, I didn't understand at that time. And to make matters worse, I would take stuff from this guy because we do projects, right? And sometimes projects are similar. It's just, and I said to this guy, can I have your submission? I want to work on it and just change project specific stuff. And you know what she did? It came back red, not knowing it comes from her favorite. So that's when I realized it's no, it has nothing to do with the work. It has nothing to do with the work. She just does not like me for whatever reason that I didn't know at that time. I remember even during like assessments, guys, she wrote something that, that's when I read it, and I'm sure if that lady was able, she would have given me two for not performing. And I think she did. It's just I forget me. Did she? Yes, I think she did. And then the director was like, but you can't give it two. Are you saying she's not working? And then she was like, no. So like, and then she's like, no. And then the director's like, no, you can't give it two. Then give it 3 for the fact that she did the work. Maybe if the quality is not good, then you can't give it maybe a 4 or 5 or 3.5 or whatever. So I would always give. In fact, I would not even bother myself because I knew very, even if I were to give myself maybe a 3.5 or a 4, I was not going to she was not going to take it. So I would just give myself a 3 for doing the work, because then the director is like, if you give it 2, it's going to come back to you as well, because you're going to be asked, what did you do if really she's not performing? What did you do as a manager to try and assist her? So you can't do that. And then that's when she changed it. Yes, that's when she changed it to like a 3. But she had comments like, she does not know English. Hey guys, she's a black person. She also, English is also not her first language. I was reporting to an Indian lady. She has never said that to me. She has never complained about my English. In fact, I was even fresh from school. I was raw. She was teaching me, and she could. And I remember she did say, when I left, she said, one thing that I like about you is the fact that you are willing to learn. You're a teachable person. And I come to Pretoria, someone tells me, I'll say this in English. Granted, I'm not an English speaking person. Granted, I'm Zulu and maybe Vele. I don't know English. But aren't we using computers, guys? Aren't we using computers? Computers underline if sentences don't make sense. They do. If grammar is incorrect, they do. So you can't then go and speak about grammar in my assessment. And I was like, and then I remember telling my other colleague from Pietermaritzburg, and then he was like, you and English, okay, first time, And I was like, yeah, that's the thing that is happening here. I remember telling my sister, I was so emotional. Like, I think if I had experienced that now, because now I think I'm a bit emotional, guys. Like, since my mother's death, I've been so emotional. Like, I don't think I have the capacity to hold on. Like, I think I would have resigned, but now I think, but then I had the resilience, and my sister was like, nah, just hold on, things are going to get better. Even my mom would be like, no, hold on, things are going to be better, we're going to pray for you and stuff like that. And listen, while I'm on prayer, this woman, so when I got there was this other guy, who was Tonga, yes, and he used to, like, he was my friend. So I think he's the first person that would come and check on me, make a conversation with me, and then he established that I was a Christian. I'm Christian. And then because of that, then he told me that they're praying at 12 in the basement. So if I want to join, I can join. So I was like, no, sure, I don't have a problem. I love prayer. I'm a Christian. I'm a praying woman. So, I mean, if I get a group that can pray, I will go there. Guess who was part of that? Guess who was part of that? The very same person that I was reporting to. She was also a Christian. Apparently, she was in a relationship with Mfundis. At that time, she was not married. I think she got married, I think a year or so when I was there. But she was dating. She was on her way to be a Mam Murudi. But the heart was not going the direction of Mam Murudi. I'm sorry to say, I'm not even judging, but like, you can't treat people like that. You can't treat people like that, especially when you're Christian, because I'm also Christian and much is expected from me to treat people good because of the belief that I have. If I'm saying I'm a follower of Christ, then surely I need to take Christ's character, right? No, okay. And she would get there, she was speaking tongues. She would speak in tongues. She would speak in tongues. She would speak in tongues. And I would just watch and be like, And then I decided also, the other time we go to pray. Okay, so Christianity is very wide. Okay, I'm a Christian, but I don't speak in tongues because firstly I don't understand tongues, or speaking in tongues. Like, I would never do something just because it's done. I don't understand that. I've never been what is it, like, I understand speaking in tongues in terms of the Bible, but for me to practice that, I shame no, so I don't do it. So when I pray, I also don't shout. I pray like nicely, and it doesn't necessarily mean just because I didn't say hey barabara shaga ba 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 oh God, then I didn't pray. I would pray. Like, I would really pray, and after that wait for them, because also my prayers, they finish, I pray, I say what I want to say, and then I'm done, and then I then stand to wait for others to come back, and then we then close, and then we go back to our desks. And this one time, she then says to me, she calls me to her office, and she's like, yeah, I was checking you then when we were praying. Why don't you pray? Why don't you? And I was like, who said I didn't pray? And she's like, no, I didn't see. So I'm like, so were you praying, or were you looking for me, or like, were you checking me out? And she's like, no, she says, I've never seen you even praying in tongues. And I said, I don't pray in tongues. That's number one. I don't shout when I pray. I pray, and then I finish. When I'm done, I'm not going to drag it so that I'm the last person, and then it measures my ability to pray or my faith in God. No, I pray and I finish, and then I wait for others to finish. And then that's when I then decided actually that I am not going to continue praying. And I told this guy that I'm not going to continue praying because I can't continue praying with someone that is ill-treating me, and while she's ill-treating me, she then comes back and wants to police me or monitor me when I have to speak to my God and have a time with my God. I can't have that. So I'm no longer going to go pray with you guys. And he understood. He tried saying no, but I was like, nope, I'm not going. I would rather pray on my own somewhere else. And I was also staying very close to my work, so I could just, the lunchtime, I could just go home and pray if I wanted to. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. And then he understood, and then I stopped praying with them. One of the things now, so okay, before I can even go there. So in fact, I think Mina, for those ladies, because it was two of them, it was her, which was my line manager, and then her manager. Though because I remember this one time they called us. So it was that manager had two managers, and then under those two it was three. So my line manager had 3 people, and the other one had 3 people. They called us. So there was best to this side, and then there was best to this side. They call us. Firstly, assessments, guys, they are confidential. You can't discuss my assessment with someone else. You can't discuss my assessment in the presence of another person. So whenever the assessments, you need to make sure that you assess me, and then we have a conversation. We agree. When we agree, if we fail to agree, then there are steps to be taken to move forward. But you can't then call another person to come and listen to what is said. So they called us again as a section. We got in there and then we sat down. Yo, and they started speaking about these two best people. They spoke in length. And one of the things, so there were two people that were not liked from both sides. It was me against the side, and then this lady on the other side. And then what broke my heart that day? It's not even about me. What they said about the other lady. I think it was 2 years down, and then they said, I almost mentioned their name. Ooh, goodness. And then they said, Sbanban, your work just started improving. And I'm like, hi guys, after 2 years, what are we doing here that the other guys are not doing? Because, like, to be honest with you, like I'm saying, when you're doing projects, they're almost similar, and the only thing is maybe the area where this is, or like the dynamics of the project. But normally there's, and I'm like, hi guys, they're one of those people. They're one of those people. I, God must bless them. Those people were not good. Like, how do you do that? So we were sitting there because now we're thinking, oh my God, it's coming to me. And luckily, oh, by God's grace, thank you, dear Jesus, they never touched my name that day. But for the mere fact that they call us to tell us, even though they didn't discuss me, it doesn't necessarily mean that my performance was seen as good. No, but it's because they just wanted to put someone down, and unfortunately this time was this lady. I was so happy for her when she requested for transfer to another section, because it was bad. She used to say she was to go around the floor saying and go to other managers that when she has to do my work, she takes 3 hours, and when she has to do the other boys' work, she will take about 30 minutes. She will speak ill ngami to others, and it was so painful. And I knew that one day I then asked her to come to the boardroom, because I wanted to ask her, what exactly is your problem with me, and then I got into the boardroom, and then she went to the bathroom, and then when she came back, she was like, I just went to pray in the bathroom because I don't know what we're about to discuss, so I just wanted to make sure that I pray, I ask God to lead us. And I was like, hey, drama, gaga. I was like, drama. And I was like, and I saw that she was recording me, by the way. So I don't know whether she wanted to use that against me at some point. I don't know. So I just said to her, like, I was not violent. I was not angry. I just asked her what her problem was with me, and she was like, she doesn't have a problem. I know you do, because, and then I told her, that I've been using your favorite your submission that is done by your favorite, and still it comes back red. For me, it is an indication that you have a problem with me. And then so it's again, I don't even know, because I've never even gone out of KZN. I don't know you, where you studying, maybe in KZN, did I do something to you? Then she's like, no, I don't even know you. It was the first time seeing you here. I just know that you are young. So I'm like, so are you mistreating me because I'm young? And then she's like, no, that's not the case. Oh, guys, I get emotional because that lady, okay, I can't really blame her for my thing, but she's partly to blame, because I remember when I left KZN, I had already registered for my honors degree. I was busy with it, and so for those that know that do their honors with UNISA, you'd know that mostly their exams are in Jan. Okay, I don't know now, but like back then they would have like year modules, not semester modules. So you would write your exams in Jan. So remember, you write your exams in Jan, but we leave December because it was December time. So I took leave, but my leave was so short, guys. Like I remember, I think I went on the 20 something to home, and I came back on the 3rd because I wanted to make sure that because my exams, they were late January, early Feb. So, and she refused for me to go to write exams because she's like, but you were on holiday just now. And I'm like, yes, that was my annual leave. This is now study leave. These are two different things. They are not even related. What do you mean? And she took me down. She took me down. And eventually I had to call my sister, and my sister was like, you know what? Take it up. Take it up. Take it up with the manager. So I went to the director, and then the director was quite a reasonable guy. And I told him, this is the situation, and they were so angry that I jumped to them because before I can go to the director, I should have gone to this other woman, but I didn't go to her because now I bully like the subordinates. Yeah. So I just went straight to the director. So the director was like, you can go to write, put in your leave, and I will approve it. Luckily, one nice thing is that for leave, it does not go to your line manager. It goes straight to your director. Ooh. Luckily, you're supposed to tell them, Pela, because you know if you are a good person. So and Mina, because I was good, I told her, but she decided to be funny about it. So I was like, okay, no. I put in the leave, went to the director. When it was time for me to write exams, I just went and I wrote exams. But I then decided, because I'm not a confrontational person, I don't like impi angitang into that has to do with animosity and anything. I decided not to register that year, and that was for the next 2-3 years because I started reporting to her. So when she left, that's when I think I started saying, you know what? No, in fact, she didn't leave. There was restructuring. So there was restructuring, and because there was restructuring and knowing our issues, I had to be taken away, and then to go they had to put me somewhere else. And after that, I think she went to legal. So I was so happy when she was taken to legal because it meant that I will not get a chance to report to her again or even be in her presence. Yeah, so she went to legal, and I was so happy. I was so happy. I've never been so happy in my life. And I've always said to myself, I would never, even when it's my time to be a manager to people, I always pray that I don't do that, because that thing is just nonsense, guys. Like, honestly, I remember one time, like I'm saying with I think this is the last thing that I'm going to mention. I remember the other time she called me to her office. So as I walk in, her manager was there going out, but they were talking about me. I could tell. And then I got in. So since I've started working, it has always been open plan. So we would sit open plan, and then managers would be in their offices. So until we moved to the new building where everyone now sits on the open plan. So when I entered, she then closed the door, and then you know what she said? Hey, guys, hey, wow, she's like, she asked me if I'm fine, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I'm sure. Why? And she's like, no, it's just that you don't look good. I don't? Yeah, no, so I was just checking, maybe you have issues at home. Horrible! Wanda! Wanda, issues at home. So I was like, when you say home, where? Home is in home KZN or home here? What's here? Maybe I'm getting wait. I stay alone, my dear sister. I stay alone. I don't have issues. And at that time, I was really staying alone, because that was like when like the first 3 years of me being of me being here, I was staying alone. So I was like, I'm staying alone, so I don't get to. I say, yeah, no, I was just checking. Maybe you're staying with your boyfriend, and maybe he's abusing you. Hi, Kelly. Because firstly, even if I was going through something, was I going to tell her? I wasn't. She wasn't the best person to tell, because best believe I was going to hear from, like, with launch, everyone would have known that I'm in some deep whatever, and I was like, no, I'm not being abused by anyone, and I'm staying alone, so I don't know what you're talking about. And she was like, okay. And I said to her, actually, you are being offensive. I told her, I was telling Nami to, resist a bit, and I said to her, I think you're being offensive. This is the first and the last time you're asking me that. I do not appreciate it. I'm sorry, I don't appreciate it. Whether you care, and I even said it, you don't even care about me, so why would you? Because I was like, if you really, really cared about me, you would not be treating me the way that you are. But now, all of a sudden, because I have issues at home, the way that I look, I don't know how I look. Most probably I would not be happy, because I don't want to lie to you, I would dread going to work. Like, honestly, I would dread going to work. So maybe, and actually thought it because I would dread coming to work, and I would not be happy being there, then it meant that I have issues at home. No, I didn't have issues at home. Not even home occasion. I didn't have any issues. In fact, I had issues with her and how she was treating me at work. So yeah, hey guys. Ooh, but one thing that I took from that, like I'm saying, which I always learn from situations, is that I need to check myself, Nami. When it's in fact, even now I do check myself, because I do get opportunities to assist interns, and I honestly would want to come out of it, or they come out of it being good, because I learned a lot from that lady I used to report to in KZN. She was like, she had her things just like everyone else, but I think mainly she was very supportive. She was like, to me especially, because others were like, "Hey, but when I haven't done with this one, because we've seen people before you, and it doesn't." And Mina and I were great, Shane. We were good, and we worked well together, and that's what I want in Nami. Even when I'm responsible for more than one person in my life, because I think that was the problem, always being compared with others. I don't like that, so I've never had that opportunity. I've always had like one intent at a go. So I'm like, I would really, really, really want to be a good person, treat people right, because that's the right thing to do, not making people regret coming to work. I think that's not right. That's not right. Though I've had issues with one intern, and I think I'm gonna do another story time with this one. I can't put it here. I'm gonna do another story time, but best believe I wasn't at fault there. It was not me. It was not me. I tried. So yeah, guys, that's the story of how I was treated badly by my line manager at work, and the toxicity that comes with it, and what it does to you. Because, like I'm saying, I was not even interested in going to work. I was not even. I didn't even care about my work. Like, honestly, I would do it. No, exactly, it's gonna come back. So why should you put in your all? So I'll just do, because I know it's gonna come back anyway. I would have to fix this, that. Of course, I'll do my minimum, like, but it was a really bare minimum. Like, it was bare minimum. I never went out of my way, because I was like, I get fine. I'm always gonna be compared to someone else whom has more experience than me, or who's older, and they've had an opportunity to work. But that's not even an issue. The issue was just that she was just a B. She was just a B. Okay, guys, I hope this is not too long. If it is, I'm so sorry, but I had to tell you this story. And yeah, so please do like, please do comment, and please do comment below if you've had, if you've had such an experience where you're being mistreated at work, and how do you deal with it, or how did you go about it? Because wow, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. So I even have a trauma with reporting to women because of that. But I am reporting to a woman. But I'm just saying, Guti, and we are cool. But I'm just saying, Guti, I have that thing to say. Oh my goodness, whenever I would move maybe to somewhere and then they're telling me you're going to be reporting to a woman, I always feel like, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god, because I don't know what to expect and what will happen. All right, so please do comment down below, please like, please comment, and to those that have not subscribed, please do subscribe, guys. Let's grow the family. Until the next time, I love you guys all, and bye.